Hello, this is Sean Budden, Applications Engineer with Vector Graphics. Today we're going to create a customized drawing standard in Autodesk's Inventor. Many people struggle with getting their drawing sheets to look the way they want or the way their company or clients require. Today I will show you how to resolve that issue. Let's get started. We're going to start off with an existing drawing, or if you wish you can select a new one, especially if you want to create a template of your own, and you can pick another one. But right now I'm just going to work off of this existing drawing that I have. I'm going to switch over to the Manage tab. The Manage tab is located right here at the top. And then we're going to go to the Styles Editor tool. I'm going to line the Styles Editor tool up. We'll take a look what this is all about. I want to make sure that this drop-down menu here is set to all styles so that we can see all the styles that are available to us. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at these, and what we want to do is decide which one of these closely resembles what we want to do. Now, when we first open this, it may look a little intimidating at first, but don't worry, you can't break it. It's actually not too bad if you take it one step at a time. So now that we're going to pick one, I'm going to say that this default standard is going to resemble my needs the closest. So what I want to do is I want to make a copy of that. So I'm going to right click on it, and then I'm going to choose New Style, and then I'm going to give this a meaningful name. Alright, so I'm going to call this style ANSI. Fractional VGI. Okay, and we see it's going to be based on the VGI standard. Alright, once we do that, I can make it active by right clicking on it and selecting active. Okay, cool. So now what we need to do, I'm going to go ahead and just tuck this away just to kind of save some space. And we're going to look at these and see, what do we need to customize? Do we need custom balloons? Do we need to change the way our center mark looks? Well, right offhand, I can see that I really have some specific needs with my dimensioning. So I'm going to go ahead and expand this dimensioning section, and I'm going to make my own based on this default fraction. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose New Style again, and then we're going to rename that one, and I'm going to pretty much call it like I called the other one. I'll say that this is going to be ANSI fractional, but it's going to be to the VGI standards. Alright, so now I'll have that as a local style. Now we're ready to actually start customizing it. Okay, so since I've copied it already, I'm going to go into here and I'm going to see some things that need copying. Well, I need that to be a little bit more precise, so I'm going to change the precision to a 32nd of an inch. On the display, I don't want the terminator to be an arrow. I want the terminator to be a dot. Okay, and in the tolerance, I want to switch this to a deviation tolerance, and I want it to be 5/100ths on each end. I think you kind of see what's going on here. So as you choose these, then just go ahead and save it. So now you save the changes that you've made to that. So any other things that you want to customize, go through the list and you repeat that same process to set them. Now if you have things that you need to set for colors or for line thicknesses, that's where you're going to go into your layers. And then when you select in the layers, then you can select line types, line thicknesses if you need to scale it, and whether it's going to print or not. But we're not going to get into those right now. The next thing we're going to do is go into the object defaults. Now object defaults are found right here. We're going to go ahead and click on that. We're going to expand it. Now we do need to create an object default that we're going to use. So I'm going to base it once again off of ANSI standards, and I'm going to call it ANSI fractional VGI. Okay. Now this step is sort of important because this is where we're actually going to pick exactly what's chosen for each one of these different features. So since all we really changed thus far was dimensioning objects, I'm going to use this filter here to filter out only the dimension objects, and you can see right here all of these are still set to the ANSI default. So I use this drop down menu here to change it to the fractional default for VGI. And I really need to make sure that I'm going to change this linear one right here. So all the ones that you want to reflect, all you have to do is go up to it, take the drop down menu and choose it. Once you've chosen the ones that you want, go ahead and hit save. Okay? So now we're ready for almost the final step. I'm going to go ahead and close that. You want to go back to where we originally were, where the standard is. Okay, we want to expand that and we want to select the standard that we created. We need to make sure that our object default is set properly. And it is set properly to the object default that we set. It's right there. So it appears that everything is coming up the way that we want it. So now we can go ahead and say done. And we can also come up to here in the panel, Styles and Standards panel, and we can say save. I want to save all of these to the library, so I'll say yes to all and then OK. This is saying it's going to override any styles in the styles library, but I was careful to make copies and not to override anything else, so that's good. So we'll go ahead and say save. All right, and now we're going to give it a test. We'll go to the Annotate tab right here. We'll go ahead and grab a dimension, and we'll dimension from that point to that point. And as you can see, we've come up with a fractional reading, and our tolerances are in place as well. And you can see that that's differing from the way that it once was by the other standard. So that's about all there is to changing the standards on a drawing sheet. If you have any questions about Inventor or any other Autodesk manufacturing software, please ask a question in our blog or contact us at Vector Graphics Incorporated. We will be more than happy to set up an appointment and come to you and assist you with your needs. Thanks for watching.